Hey, what's up? Now I will show you how we can rename files before putting them in the destination folder, for example here or here. So it's really easy in Gulp. The only thing you need to do is to install a package called gulp-rename. So gulp-rename. I will put a link in the description for this for the documentation for this package, alongside with a lot of other useful stuff. So always read the descriptions in my videos. So this will be a development dependency. Should be fast. Let's wait. Yeah, it's got installed. So let's import that at the top. So const, I will call it const rename be equal to require gulp rename. Okay, so this is actually, if you hover over it, this will return a node read write stream. So this is a stream, so you will use it like we use the clean-css or the sass stream. Okay, so you will use it the same way. So what I will do, I will minify the files as usual, but I will store them inside a file called main.min.css or section.min.css. So I will just add .min.css at the end. A lot of libraries do this when you get their compiled code. You will have something that is only compiled and something is minified and compiled. So we will do this. So here, before adding this dest, you will pipe, or you will pipe the stream to the rename function, which also returns a stream. So this is a function actually. This accepts an argument called path. So let me console log path so you can see it. But before that, I will return, before showing you the path object, I will return an object that tells Gulp where and how the name will look like and where it will be, or the destination for that file will be. So you can actually change the dest. But what I will do, I will return the directory name like this. This will be a key. The value will be path dot directory name. Now we have the base name. This will be, I will put the backstick, then I will put path dot base name, then dot min. Now we have the extension, so ext, then name. This will be .css. I think, let me just put dot here. So we have types here. So this package have index.d.typescript. So we have base name. This is the original name for the file. This is the directory name where the file will be added. So this is this is where we read the file from. We read the file from the dest. So this will be the directory name where we read the file from. Okay, and this is the extension name. This is the original extension name, so you can't change it. Actually, you know what I will do? I will just put path.ex extension name. And we can actually simplify this by destructuring. So let's destructure by putting curly brackets here inside the arguments. I will get the directory name, the base name, and the extension name. So removing this, all of these. So this is shorter, but you can actually make it more shorter since these are the same token. You can remove this, and you can actually remove this as well. So it's really shorter. We can make it even shorter by removing the return statement and removing the body of the function, this one here and here. But this is a curly brackets after an arrow. This is a body of the function. So but I need to return an object, so wrap this in a normal parentheses, and that's it. It's really shorter now, and it looks elegant in my opinion. So npm run def. Everything should be fine, hopefully. So we have our main.css. This is not compiled, just a copy of this, but this is not minified, just a copy of this but compiled. The main.css, this is the minified version of this file here, and this one is the minified version of the section.css. So this is nice, and yeah, just like I said, a lot of libraries do this. They will give you a normal file and a minified file, but we have a bug here. So let's run this again. We have main.main.main.css, which is this file. So let's start from the beginning. We have this file, we will minify it and store it inside a main.main.css. We already have that, so we will override it. Then, because this was already exist, the minify task will grab it and minify it again and store it inside a file called main.main, then or the original name, then .main.css, right? So if we run this again, we will have the same file with 3 mains in the name. We will keep running it again, we will face the same issue. So we are creating so many files that are not required. There's actually a solution for this, and I will show it to you. I think it's really interesting, and most likely you will face something like this, because I did face a lot of stuff like this even in real world applications. So in our minify.css, we are telling it to grab everything that ends in CSS inside the dest folder. No, I'm not sure if you heard that, but this is a guy with his bike. Anyway, so anything inside the dest folder, no matter how nested they are, this 2 stars are telling gulp no matter how nested they are, or telling the sync function from glob, and then star.css. This, no matter what the name are, anything that ends with CSS, grab it. Okay, but to remove that bug or to resolve it, I need only the stuff that ends with CSS but don't end at the same time with min.css. We can actually do this by coming here, remove the star, put parentheses, and add here not, and put here star, so and then put name min. So what this means, grab everything that ends with CSS.css but don't have inside the name .min. So that's what this means. So let's run it again, and again, and again. Everything is fine. So that's a small introduction to the rename functionality, or rename gulp package. With this case, the only reason, I mean, it's really easy to see this. You can just Google it, how to rename files before putting them in destination. It's really easy. But this one actually took me a while to find how I can do this. And actually, if you want to understand or to get more context about these expressions, remember that I'm using a glob package with the sync function. So let's go to gulp.js. I think it exists in all languages, but yeah. Let me just show you what these expressions are based on. These expressions, it's based on a library called minimatch. So just Google about minimatch, you will understand all kind of expressions you can add to this library, which simplifies your life. You can just ignore glob at all. You can just remove it from our build, but I already showed you what will happen. We will have nested folders, the same structure as here. And another thing, glob really simplifies stuff, especially when you are trying to read from directories and get all the files that have a specific pattern in directory. So I highly recommend that to you. I only use the sync function. That's the most common function that we use from it, but it's really interesting package, and the sync function is really useful, really helpful. And yeah, thank you.